Estás viendo Canal América, televisión dominicana para el mundo.
A Time for Truth show is sponsored by the Office of Dr. Bernard Fialkoff, a periodontal, dental implant and laser specialist in New York City, for over 40 years. Dr. Fialkoff was honored by the International College of Dentists and Pierre Fauchard, and received the Presidential Lifetime Humanitarian Honor from the White House. Call us at 718-229-3838.
Sometimes life can be so damn hard. You don't know where to go. Everything keeps falling apart. Yeah. You try to do your best, but only God knows that you've given everything you've got, but the world takes you down. You just keep moving on. Let your fears.
Welcome to A Time for Truth show. It's a pleasure to be back with you again. I'm your host, Dr. Bernard Fialkoff, and I welcome you on this beautiful sunny day, beginning our July 4th weekend. July 4th, independence, the ability to have rights, the ability to have freedom, such an important part of human existence, and a part of tonight's show to celebrate Independence Day. An engineer, if you will, if you can put up the pictures of our special guest tonight, Simone Su, a Freedom Medal winner of Taiwan. There you see her on the screen. And Simone is the founder of United for Human Rights Taiwan chapter. There you see her educating another young person in our world. She started this in 2008. She's a master's in business administration of Chenzi National University and the CEO of a nutritional company of Taiwan, and also the Taipei mission holder to help people spiritually. She's witnessed human rights abuses and decided that it became too prevalent in her native Taiwan, and so she recognized the threat to her country's 5,000-year-old Chinese culture and began her human rights movement to raise awareness of human rights in the schools, in the streets, in the universities, throughout the country. Engineer, if you will, let's bring her up live and bid a warm welcome to Freedom Medal winner Simone Su. Welcome, Simone.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Yeah, me too. I'm very happy on this Spanish show. It's very interesting.
Well, you know what? We have a lot of camaraderie, a lot of connections. So I wanted to ask you, because we have so much to cover, tell us about your dreams when you were a young woman.
Yes, when I was a kid, I dream I can have happy. And I want to help my family, my friends, have happiness. That's my big dream.
You know, that's a beautiful dream, because without happiness, life is really horrible, and there's so much horrible stories, negative stories we hear. So that's a beautiful, happiness is really what it's all about. And so I want to ask you, tell us a little bit about your native home, Taiwan.
Yes, I come from Taiwan, and Taiwan is an island, 23 million population. And we have our own government, money, army, passport, and average one person's income per person income is 33,300 USA dollar. It's pretty good. And from north to south, you drive about 5 hours. So that's how big the island. And 75 years ago, our government was defeated by communism in China. So our government president moved 2 million army and government officials, moved from China to Taiwan, small island. And he bring the 5,000 Chinese culture, Chinese food, all the Chinese treasure in the museum, and go in the government, move to Taiwan. So that's Taiwan. And experience 75 years, different age and change by technology. Today, Taiwan is most famous on high-tech production industry. For example, the chip, high-end chip, 90%, 92% made in Taiwan. Taiwanese company make it. And for example, Tesla, the electric car Tesla, 75% made in Taiwan. And
wow,
like a laptop, computer, many company, they are OEM, ODM company, they are number one from Taiwan. So you can hear the famous brand like HP, Asus, Apple, Mac. It's made from Taiwan.
very
That's
good.
Taiwan.
Well, let me ask you a question, because you're so well known globally for the program. What was it? Tell us a little of the story about what inspired you to start with your human rights campaign in your area.
Basically, in school, I experienced bullying. Can you imagine? The bullying problem is anywhere. And I was a very good student. I'm number one student. But I still got bullied in school. So when I first time to see the international human rights group have this beautiful material, the United Nations video, PSA, I saw it, I was so shocked because I graduated from school, I never knew my human rights. I have a basic United Nations Declaration Human Rights, 30 article, I didn't know that. And one chance we go to Taiwan President House. The President of Taiwan, he is the doctor of a law degree. He's a lawyer. He told us, I didn't know the human rights. Can you imagine? So that's bring me the idea we should teach human rights. That's how we start.
That's amazing. You know, it took a lot of courage on your part to confront that problem. You know, I know what you're talking about because even myself, I encounter similar problems. I think really that's all over the world. These abuses, this violence. What I was going to ask you is what do you feel in your area in the Far East in terms of what's going on with drugs and violence? How is it going with that in your area?
Yes, now the modern age, it start to have a problem on drug, excuse me. For example, in Taiwan, we learn many things from West, like American. So the kids now, it's going down age, start to have a street drug problem.
Wow.
So it's a serious problem, you know, because Taiwan economics is good. So when you economics good, start have all kind of street drug coming to the country. And of course, school have a bullying problem. This also connected with gangster, drug, and violence. Actually, this is the same problem. And of course, in school have a bullying problem. When have a bullying problem, kids will join gangster, try to protect themselves. So actually, human rights violation, street drug, this any violation, it's connect together, same problem.
That's very true. You know, we have a few videos. Engineer, if you will, at this point, let's put on the 2 videos that we have so that the viewers can get an idea of Simone's program, which is an international program that she belongs to. And there's an example there, one of their videos. I was looking at it earlier today, and it's an amazing amount of information, and it's presented beautifully in the videos. So, you know, we're going to put those videos up for you, Simone. And while he's getting those videos together, you know, what I was going to ask you is, what motivated you to start seeing so many universities? Because you have seen so many universities. It's amazing to me. What motivated you to do this? What came to your mind that I have to do that?
Yes, because we need to have able people, and college student is the foundation of the society, of the government official, of the legislator. So we want them to understand human rights so they can protect themselves and help, especially help the younger people. So we go to university tour to teach human rights and recruit them to become our volunteer. They become our lecturer, go to elementary school, go to junior high, senior high to lecture human rights so they can help. And so this is how we start.
Very interesting. And how many students do you present to at each school?
Each school about some average 200 students a school. So 1 year will be 40 university. 40 university times 200. It's about 4,000. Right?
Very nice. Well, it's so important because the youth. It's so important. Engineer, if we have those videos ready, it'd be great to play those videos now. And do you have them ready?
How to use responsibility to their life. 看一下这个人权的故事。We give them the PSA and many life stories. 那如果我们负起责任的话，你会发现你的身边的人的人权得到保障，你也会帮助身边的人。And they want to know about global human rights situation. So we bring human rights advocates from different countries. They sharing their experience and their stories. And this inspires students because they see this is real. And they want to stand up to protect other people's human rights.
People did not know and did not make sure they had their human rights.
Every 6 months have a university tour. In 2 weeks, we reach about 20 universities.
I'm Chinese.
I am Russian.
I am East African.
I'm Canadian.
I am Filipino.
I am Irish.
I am Bulgarian.
Korean.
I am I'm American.
I am Brazilian.
Italian.
Mexican. I'm British.
Swedish.
French.
I'm Israeli.
Mongolian. I'm South African.
Japanese. We are mankind.
What a beautiful, beautiful video. And I know that there are about how many altogether are those videos?
30.
30.
30 PNA show video.
Beautiful. They're beautiful videos. They're very, I was watching some of them. I wish we could have played all of them on the show, but we wouldn't have enough time to speak to you, but they're wonderful. What's the response of the students when you speak to them?
Wow, they eye open, they love it. And especially this lecture done very well in less than 1 minute. And they can see the concept of human rights. And this is like an aesthetics video. So it makes them very impressive. It's got a very good education effect. So they can understand. Then when we give them lecture, we give them many life story. What happened in school and how they can handle if they got a bullying, how they help each other. So the feedback, we have a survey. We have 90% of the student, 90% student sign up our volunteer. It's very high. And it's almost 95%. It's very satisfied because the survey show the 5-star feedback. 5-star feedback, that's the highest, about 95%. So you can imagine we have so many university students join our volunteer. And so we training them as a lecturer, go to different schools to give lecture. So the result is fantastic.
That's fantastic, because you know what? One of the things I've noticed in the world is as we've gotten all this electronic, digital, computerized technology, it's that part was good. But the part that I think has been affected adversely and not so good is that the humanity and the social interaction and the caring one for another has gone down. I think your program, doing that is fantastic. I mean, I'm curious, did you get any contact with the parents of these students? Did any of them ever reach out to you and speak to you?
Yes, many of them. Students, parents, and also school teachers. So we also train school teachers when they teacher needed to know human rights and teach them how to teach human rights. So our Ministry of Education, they apply our material as their material to teach human rights.
Beautiful. Well, congratulations, Simone. I was going to ask you, because I know you were mentioning to me that you found also, I'm not sure if it was first the human rights or the Scientology that you found first. Tell me how the story of how that works.
Yes, the beginning, actually, I attend the seminar. That seminar is my brother introduced me. So it's basically improve the communication, improve the tone scale, the tone, emotion. So I went there and found out that's the Church of Scientology. And that's amazing. This is the first time I found out all my problems, there's a solution there. They handle my relationship with the people. They handle my study problem because I was learning many things in school. I forget, waste all the time on education. So it can handle my learning problem. This is the thing I want to improve. And it helped me on communication. So that's the beginning. I found out Church of Scientology have a 19 small booklet, and I can handle all the life problem. So I was so shocked. So that's how I study in Church of Scientology after I graduated from my master degree, you know, to learn how to study. That's good.
You know, it's so true because as a surgeon in my dental field, there's so many courses that I took and I got good grades. But if you were to ask me to apply them, really some of them, some I was able to apply, some not. And so your point is really very well taken. And probably a lot of the viewers out there may feel the same way, that they say, gosh, you know, I took this course, but, you know, what am I doing with it? I'm not doing anything with it. And so it's good that there's a way to actually, you know, correct that. You know, I think there's a saying in the world that it's a wise man who knows that they don't know. And the fact that the wise man knows he doesn't know makes him wise, because he knows he doesn't know. And that there's another saying that, you know, every day you have to learn. So that's very interesting. So then what happens now, this human rights program is basically supported by the Scientology group. Is that pretty much the story, or?
Yes, it's a different organization, and it's
Yes.
Youth for Human Rights International. But the main sponsor is the Church of Scientology, sponsor the material. So that's fantastic. And so that's how I found out this material is so useful. And that's the timing that we needed in Taiwan.
Well, you know what? It's really, you know, it's such a good cause. And the fact that it's being supported, because, you know, financial support is crucial to any humanitarian program. You know, there's so many people out there with good programs that it's a good thing to know that the Church of Scientology is an organization that's supporting humanitarian programs. And, you know, and it's nice to have organizations like that in our world, to make things a better place. I mean, I find that fantastic. So you have your chapters, are there all over the world, Simone, of your human rights group?
Yes, in different parts of Taiwan.
And how about in the world? Do you have different?
You know, they really do have all the chapter around the world. It's almost, I think, as I remember, it's like more than 50 country. So I'm more familiar with they have in Asia, because we have a summit. We invite them to Taiwan. I'm more familiar with India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bangladesh, Hong Kong, Malaysia, you know, in this area. But they really have all the chapter around the world. It's a big organization.
And is there a person who kind of oversees all of the chapters? Is there a person who runs that?
The founder of Youth Human Rights International is Mary Shuttleworth, Dr. Mary Shuttleworth.
Well, you know what? On the show, I think what we need to do is to acknowledge her. You know, wherever you are tonight, Dr. Mary Shuttlesworth, we salute you. And it's wonderful that good people still exist on this earth to make it possible to keep it safe, secure, you know, keep life moving. What I was going to ask you, Simone, is, you know, what do you feel needs to happen in our world? There's so much conflict, like you said, so many drugs, human rights abuses, bullying, violence. What do you think needs to change?
Yes, this is a good question. Recently, we encounter the war. War is there. Ukraine somewhere, and we have a pandemic. We just finished it. We have information, information, like a press shooting up. And this war look like a chaos. It's really like a chaos, you know, in these 4 years. But I really think we need more people like Ben. You have this great show. I love it. This is very like bring the positive, aggressive, positive information to life, to people. And we need more people working together and to bring the good news to the society, the good solution to help society. Like today, you give me the chance to introduce Taiwan and to introduce like a Taiwan government. It's a very good government. They support our human rights education. And many good people from Taiwan, they hardworking people. They make a high-tech industry. So look at this world. We need more able people to stand out and united together and make this a better world. And we really can make it. Yeah, we really can make it.
Well, you know what? It's a pleasure to have had you on the show. As always happens when it's a beautiful and a nice show, the time flies and the time has flown by. But first, before we end, I want to acknowledge all the people of Taiwan for leading and making this program happen with you. For the, like you said, the Taiwanese government for supporting the program. To Mary Shuttlesworth for having the foresight when she started this, and the Church of Scientology for supporting it and being like the uncle or the grandfather or the grandmother, you know, supporting the family. You can look at the earth as a family. So, you know, thank you all. United for Human Rights. Thank you, Simone Su. And for those of you watching, check out the program online, United for Human Rights. And we'll see you on the next episode of A Time for Truth show. Thank you, Simone.
Thank you. Ciao.
This show was sponsored by A Time for Truth Foundation Incorporated as a community service.
Sometimes life can be so damn hard. You don't know where to go. Everything keeps falling apart. Yeah. You try to do your best, but only God knows that you've given everything you've got, but the world takes you down. You just keep moving on. Let your feet